Hare Krishna. Huge round of applause for our wonderful team of Krishna here. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. So a warm welcome to one and all to this evening's Namahatta program. The last time our team met was on Sunday to assist with the preparation of, thank you, to assist with the preparation of the Love Feast program at New Jagannath Puri. And I'm happy to announce that it was a resounding success. So a huge thank you to all the volunteers that assisted. And once again, we are here at this lovely home of Mahaprasad Prabhu and Madhurya Mataji for this evening's Namahatta program. So to all of you that are wondering as to why I'm holding this mic this evening and not our usual MC, Bhakti and Aarti was asked to present this evening's class. So without any further ado, it is my honor and privilege to introduce this evening's speaker and my better half, Bhakti and Aarti. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna to one and all. So I passed out some copies to everybody. We just sang Rishikesh pronounced. If you turn over, we have J. Radhamadhava. So we're going to speak that first, but all have some copies. And if you all don't, Madhurya Mataji has extra copies. Jai Radha Madhava, Kunja Bihari. So once again, Hare Krishna, a very warm welcome to everyone. For all those of you all that have joined us for the first time, are there anyone here? You can raise your hands. Anyone here for the very first time? A very, very warm welcome. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you for joining our Mercy Namahatta, and we look forward to seeing you all coming more often. So for those of you all that don't know, my name is Arti, and I feel very honored and I feel very privileged that Mahaprasad Prabhu and Azurya Mataji has given me this opportunity to give class today. And I pray to Srimati Radharani and to Lord Krishna that I am able to touch each and every person's heart today in some way or the other. I pray that whatever I say spiritually recharges everybody's batteries, and I pray that you'll all take home something that has a lasting effect on each and every one of you. So today is indeed a very auspicious day. It is the appearance day of Sri Advaita Acharya. So I will be discussing that a little bit more later. For now, I'm going to read from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, text 57. Chetasa sarva karmani mani sanyasa matparo buddhi yogam uprastita machita satatam bhava. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. 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 So if I just read the translation of what Lord Krishna is saying, in all activities, just depend on me and work always under my protection. In such devotional service, be fully conscious of me. So one of the reasons that I chose this verse to speak about today, as Vijayan said, on Sunday, we all gathered at New Jagannath Puri, and we served so nicely at the temple. We cooked the Sunday love feast prasad, and everybody had such a lovely time. And at our Mercy Namahatta, we all come together very nicely in service. Each and every one of us very humbly come together, very lovingly come together to support each other. And when we come together in humility, our humility is what keeps us grounded. So I thought I would use an example. In our body, we all have many organs. You have a heart, you have a kidney, you have lungs, you have pancreas, you have a gallbladder, you have a liver. Does all of the organs look the same? Are the colors the same? Is the shape the same? And most importantly, are the function of those organs the same? No. So in the same way, we all are different. And just like how the organs in our body, they look different, they have different functions. But when they come together, they harmoniously work together to make sure that our body functions properly. Is that not true? If there's a problem with our kidney, does it not affect the way our body functions? If there's a problem with our heart or our liver, does it not have a ripple effect on all the other organs in our body, and therefore our body does not function properly? So the same applies to devotional service. Each and every one of us are bringing a different talent. We all have different potential. Each and every one of us will be good at something, and we may not be good at something. And that's okay. But when we come together in knowing and understanding that we bring in our potential, we try our best, that is how we harmoniously work together to make sure that the functionality of that program goes off so well. And that is why here at our Mercy Namahatta, we always create magic. Because we come together lovingly. We're here to support each other. We're here to help each other through our weaknesses and through our strength. So before I move on, I want to give all of us a huge round of applause for doing such an excellent job as you done in our program. Thank you to all the devotees that were there. And we look forward to seeing more of you all. If you have not come before, you are here maybe for the first time, or you could not make it on Sunday, please do join us when we have these future programs, because you will see how nicely we can get together and remembering our purpose. Our purpose when we do devotional service is always to please Lord Krishna. Because talent impresses and humility inspires. I'll say that again. Talent impresses and humility inspires. That means when we're good at something, I'll use an example. If I make the perfect puris and my puris puff up so beautifully in the oil, that does not mean that my ego should puff up as well. What we are talented at will only be able to impress somebody. It will not be able to inspire somebody. What inspires people is our humility. When we can be humble about our strengths and teach it lovingly to the next person. Because in life, no matter what relationship we have with people, whether we in a business environment, whether it's family life, whether it's emotional life, we rather instruct. We rather inspire than instruct. Because when you instruct somebody, yeah, the person may do it, and I'm sure you all can understand what I'm saying. Sometimes somebody has instructed you to do something. You all will do it, but you will do it only because it's an instruction. But when somebody inspires you, you do it from the bottom of your heart. So even in devotional service, we should always inspire and not instruct. And that is why Mahaprasad Prabhu and Madhurya Mataji said such fine examples at our Namahatta, because they always inspire in us. They never taking on that dictatorial role to instruct anybody. So when we do service and life in general as human beings, sometimes people upset us, sometimes people offend us. And I'm not just talking about devotional service, I'm talking about life. Raise your hands. How many of you all have had somebody say something to you on your face, to you directly, and it hurt you? I'm sure everybody's going to pick their hands up. As human beings, we've all had people say something to hurt us. How many of us have heard of somebody speaking about us? And it comes to our ears and we feel horrible. How many of us? Because that's what happens in Kali. It's a time of quarreling and bickering. People will hurt us, people will offend us. But one way of overcoming that is to always keep Lord Krishna as your focal point. When we remember why we're doing something, then nothing can frustrate us, hurt us, perturb our senses for too long, because our focal point is always Lord Krishna. When we can wake up in the morning and look at that sunrise and see Lord Krishna, when we can look at the sunset and see Lord Krishna, when we can look at a bird or a butterfly or a tree growing and we can see Lord Krishna, then every single moment of our day is a miracle. Because everything we touch and everything we see and everything we do is Lord Krishna. There are limitless reasons to be angry, to be frustrated, to have hatred, to have greed, to have envy. But it also takes very, very special reasons to love, to respect, and to live with integrity. And pleasing Lord Krishna is the only way we can find meaning and fulfillment in our life. We cannot hate, and we cannot harm ourselves, and we cannot have greed, and we cannot have envy, and also try to please Krishna. So we should always try to remove and eradicate these negative qualities in us. So, living in these times is hard sometimes as human beings to be perfect. It's not always easy to be perfect. So I'm going to tell you a little story. There was a girl on a plane. She was about maybe 8 or 9 years old, typical 9-year-old child, sitting with a Harry Potter book, sitting on this flight. And everybody that walked in, she happily greeted them and went back to her book. And the flight took off. And after a little while, the air hostess has announced that there's going to be some turbulence that is expected. So everybody, there's no drinks provided. Everybody, please keep your seatbelts on. You see? Because, and no moving, because we're going to have some turbulence. And very shortly, the turbulence started. And for those of you all that have been on an airplane where there was turbulence, I myself experienced turbulence, but nothing drastic, not where I was screaming or shouting for my life. That wouldn't have been the most pleasant thing for everybody around me. But it was very, let's call it gentle turbulence, but it's scary. It's scary because you're not in control. It's not that you're sitting in your car and you have any control how to, generally we'll brake, we'll slow down, we'll put our hands on. Here we're completely at the mercy of somebody else. So when the turbulence started, everybody started to get a little bit afraid. They were a bit scared. And this little girl kept her Harry Potter book and she was reading. And then the turbulence got worse. It got really, really bad, where people were clutching onto their seats. And then you could see panic, and you could see mayhem, and you could see fear in everybody's eyes. And then this little girl again, she closed her book and she was fine. She just looked ahead and she was smiling and she was absolutely calm. The turbulence got so bad that the oxygen masks fell down for everyone to put it on, and people were now screaming for their lives. And still, this little child was calm. So shortly after that, the turbulence settled, and there was a man that was sitting next to this little girl. And he asked her, he said, "Tell me, child, I noticed all of us were very, very scared. And I looked at you and you didn't seem very afraid. Were you not scared?" And she turned to him and she said, "No, I was not scared." And he asked her why. "Why were you not scared? All of us were so panic-stricken and you were not scared." And she said to him, "Because the pilot is my father. And therefore, I knew that my father will do everything in his power to make sure that I am safe and I am protected." Many of us seated here are parents, and we know that we will do everything to keep our children safe, to keep them protected. And even those of you that are not parents that are seated here, you all have parents. Everyone has to have parents that are seated here, I hope. even if it's just one parent, but we came from parents. We have a mother or a father, or we have both. So, how often as little children, we had peace of mind because we knew that our parents are tucking us in bed and we are safe. When we're sitting in a car, we know our father or mother is driving us safely to school, safely to campus, safely to work. We don't doubt or question, is our mother or father going to deliberately put us in the line of jeopardy, in the path of danger? So what to speak of Lord Krishna? Lord Krishna is our eternal Father. Will Lord Krishna ever deliberately jeopardize us or put us in any sort of danger? Lord Krishna, He's in everyone's hearts, and He will never want to deliberately harm us. So I found that story to be so inspiring, because sometimes in life we face a challenge and immediately we want to question so much of things. But when we trust and we remember that Lord Krishna is our eternal Father and we surrender to that, what do we have to fear? Absolutely nothing. So surrender and trusting in Lord Krishna is so important. And ultimately, we have no control over anything in this material world. Well, we have no control over our birth. Did any one of us control our birthday? I know we have a few birthdays here today. Did we have any say over what day we're going to be born? Did we control the country we're going to be born in? Did we control the family we're going to be born in? Did we control the economic status at the time that we're going to be born in? Nothing. And are we in control of our death? Do we control the day that we die? Do we control the circumstances under which we die? This may sound somber, but on a calendar of 365 days, each and every one of us here have already lived that day, depending on our age, a few times. The day we're going to die, which is actually a very impactful day, we've already lived. So we have no control over death. But what we do have control over, between birth and between death, there's a journey that takes place. And that journey is what we do have control over. By the choices that we make. The choices that we make is so important. It is so important for us to be spiritually grounded. It is so important for us to make the correct choices in our life. Because considering we have no control over death, and we don't know how death comes, if we choose to live correctly in Krishna consciousness, at the time of death, we will remember Lord Krishna. Birth is just an event. Death is just an event. Life is a journey. Like many of the kids here are studying at campus or studying at school. You study, you work hard. Your degree is an event. Your degree is an event. Your career is your journey. Like marriage, we spend weeks and months on a wedding, planning the wedding and all of that. But the wedding is just an event. Marriage is the journey thereafter. And so many of us, we focus on events that we forget to take the journey seriously. We forget to make the correct decisions during our journey. So the journey, the choices we make in our journey is very, very important. It is so important to lead a correct life. And there is a difference between life and a lifestyle. A fancy car, a big house, fancy clothes, a fancy job, fancy holidays, that is not life. That is a lifestyle. Life is being kind, is being loving, is being caring, is engaging our time in helping and assisting others, is remembering Lord Krishna, is chanting Lord Krishna's name, every day making a conscious decision to do something for Lord Krishna. That is life. And very often, people are getting confused with a lifestyle and life. all the fancy things, the car, the house, the job, the clothes, all of that is only a lifestyle. It's not life. So, if you look at a crane is a very big bird, long legs, and I've seen a video of a crane, and it stood in a stream, standing on one leg. And it stood there for a long time, watching all the fish swimming in the stream. And it stood, and it observed, and it watched. And all the little fish were swimming by. All the little fish were swimming by. And for a long time it watched. And suddenly, shoo, it grabbed a big fish. And there's something to learn from that. Because if we focus on the little things, if we focus on everything that irritates us, if we focus on everything that upsets us, if we focus on all the things that make us sad, if we focus on all the people that irritate us, we're going to miss the big fish. We're going to miss those opportunities in our life that actually bring us happiness. The big fish that make a difference to our spiritual life. Those are the things that we actually should be focusing on. Because part of Krishna consciousness, actually Krishna consciousness is a very heartfelt process. And everything we do in Krishna consciousness should be love. We should allow love to pour out of our hearts in Krishna consciousness. And if we look at our heart, we have blood that pumps to and from our heart. There's blood pumping to our heart, there's blood pumping from our heart. But when an artery is blocked, it affects the blood that is flowing to the heart, correct? So in the same way, when we have negative attributes like greed, envy, jealousy, backbiting, hatred, those qualities are actually blocking our artery. Because it blocks, with your arteries, the blood that's flowing is being blocked. In the same way, we're blocking love from entering our hearts, and we're blocking love from leaving our hearts. And the only way of cleansing our hearts is to chant Hare Krishna, is to engage in devotional service. It is so important to always remember that Lord Krishna is our focal point. The principle of spirituality is how to love and how to be loved. Because it's very important that we love, but we also need to be good people so that people can love us in return. Because sometimes we want to love somebody, but we have so much going on that people can't love us back because we have so much of barriers in our personality. So, we have to always remember and ask ourselves, are we this body or are we in this body? So I'm asking you all, are we this body or are we in this body? Are we in this body? Yes. Does anybody disagree to that? So each and every one of us can agree that we are in this body, we are not this body. And that is also one of the fundamental teachings of Krishna consciousness, is that we are not this body. So why are we so judgmental on people? Why do we look at somebody and say, he's fat, he's short, she's fat, she's dark, she's too fair, she's got a big nose, he's got big ears, he's got ugly hair, she's got fat toes. Are we not all guilty of this at some time or the other? We judge. And we hear people judge. So my humble request, the next time you hear somebody being judgmental, or the next time you feel tempted to be judgmental, remind the person or yourself that we are not this body. We are all spirit souls, and what we should be focusing on is that soul within each and every person. Because we are not human beings having a spiritual experience. experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And may we always remember that. Sometimes we look at a very beautiful building and be in awe of this building. But if the foundation of the building is not strong, one storm and that building will collapse. That building will come down. So what about the foundation of our state of mind? Does our state of mind have inner peace? Does our mind have fulfillment? Does our mind have love? Or is our mind so weak that we're easily affected by temptation, by greed, by envy, by hatred? So we need to keep our foundation, just like how a building needs to have a strong foundation, we need to have a strong foundation. We need to have a strong foundation that when these negative thoughts or negative qualities crop up in our lives, our foundation is strong. So how to do that? How to keep our foundation strong? Chant, chant, chant. Chant the holy name all the time. Attend Namahattas. Attend spiritual programs. Be in devotee association. And make time every day to spiritually recharge. So we have Namahatta every alternate Friday. We have Food for Life once a week. But don't wait for Food for Life once a week. Don't wait for Namahatta every second week. Every single day, each and every one of us can do something to spiritually recharge our batteries. Every day we can make a conscious decision to connect to Lord Krishna. When we chant Lord Krishna's name, Lord Krishna dances. He dances on our tongue. So every single day we should chant Lord Krishna's name. Offer Lord Krishna a fruit, a flower, water. Think of Lord Krishna. When we doing anything, do it with love. When we're doing something loving for somebody, think how Lord Krishna will be pleased. When somebody upsets you, be tolerant and think how Lord Krishna will be pleased. Because if we are irritated by every rub, how will our mirror be polished? So we have to focus on always pleasing Lord Krishna. And when we value unselfish service for the well-being of others, then we are pleasing Krishna. When we value unselfish service for the well-being of others, then we please Krishna. Unselfish service, meaning that when we do devotional service, let there be no selfish motives attached to it. Do it only to please Lord Krishna. When we do something, do it for the well-being of others, because there's a lot in a day that we do for ourselves. In all fairness, there's a lot that we do for ourselves. But if we can make sure we do something in the day for the well-being of others, that will also very much please Lord Krishna. And it's also very important that we take the blessings of devotees. Madhurya Mataji is in a habit of always saying to people, Krishna will bless you. And sometimes we take that statement for granted. But if you look at the magnitude of her statement, Krishna will bless you. When a devotee as wonderful and heartfelt as Madhurya Mataji, when she makes a statement like that, there is a lot of depth in what she's saying. So also, please always take the blessing of devotees. So when we speak about humble service attitude and having a sincere attitude, Sri Advaita Acharya comes to mind. Sri Advaita Acharya is one such personality that has done an exceptional example in our scriptures of serving. And one of the qualities of a Vaishnava is to want to serve. and never want to be served. So let us always remember that as devotees as well. Let us always have that mindset and that reminder that let us serve. Let us always want to do something for somebody and not expecting somebody to serve us. So today is the appearance of Sri Advaita Acharya. So if we look at the altar, we have Srimati Radharani and Lord Krishna at the top. Then on your right, we have Lord Nrsimhadev and Hiranyakashipu on his lap, and he's ripping this demon. And beside is Prahlad Maharaj about to garland Lord Nrsimhadev. And if we go to the next picture, that is Pancha Tattva. Pancha Tattva is very, very, very important in Krishna consciousness. You will find Pancha Tattva on all the altars, in all the temples. We worship, we pray, and we plead to Pancha Tattva for mercy. So if you look at the center, maybe I think I move the mic too much because I'm used to being the MC and always holding the mic. Okay, so maybe you can, whichever is easier, you can look at the altar or up here. This is the Chaitanya Charitamrita. And on the cover is the Panchatattva. At the center, we have Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is at the center. And he is Bhakta Rupa. He is the incarnation of Lord Krishna. He is Lord Krishna himself that came in the form of a devotee. Next to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Lord Nityananda in blue. Lord Nityananda is Bhakta Swarup. Lord Nityananda is actually Lord Balaram. Next to Lord Nityananda is Sri Advaita Acharya, who is known as Bhakta Avatar, because he is Mahavishnu. So we have Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Nityananda in blue, and next to him is Advaita Acharya, who is Mahavishnu. And then on the other side, we have Gadadhar Pandit. Gadadhar Pandit, who is known as Bhakta Shakti, who is Srimati Radharani, or the halo of Radharani. And next to him is Sri Vyas Thakur. Sri Vyas Thakur is known as Bhakta Akhya, who is an incarnation of Narad Muni. So when we chant Panchatattva, we say, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vyasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Gaur Bhakta Vrinda means the Lord along with his devotees. So Shri Advaita Acharya is also known as Mangala, which means supremely auspicious, or the fountainhead of auspiciousness. And as I said, Shri Advaita Acharya is the incarnation of Mahavishnu. So Mahavishnu performs all the functions of the creation of the universe. Mahavishnu performs all the functions of the creation of the universe. And Shri Advaita Acharya is a direct incarnation of Mahavishnu. So can we begin to understand the importance of Shri Advaita Acharya? So in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is described that Lord Shiva, when he saw how degraded and fallen the age of Kali Yuga is, it disturbed him. It disturbed him greatly to see how hopeless human beings are, the situation that they are in. So it really disturbed him, and Lord Shiva took a decision to perform austerities. So for a long time, he prayed to the Lord to appear. He prayed to the Lord by performing all these austerities, and for a long, long time, he performed these austerities. And then Mahavishnu appeared. Mahavishnu appeared to Lord Shiva, and when he saw Lord Shiva, he embraced Lord Shiva. And when he embraced Lord Shiva, they became one. Mahavishnu and Shiva became one. And they descended together in that form. So, Advaitacharya is actually an incarnation of Mahavishnu and Sadashiv. And Lord Shiva is an exceptional personality. His greatness cannot be understood by our brain, by our mind. His greatness can be revealed in our hearts. So, Lord Shiva, he appeared in Vrindavan as Gopeshwar Mahadev. He was actually in disguise as a gopi, and he stood guard as the Rasa Leela pastime was being performed. So in the Rasa Leela, Lord Shiva was in the form of a gopi. And Lord Shiva also took the form as a gopa, and he danced with Lord Krishna. And then in the Chaitanya Leela, he dances as Advaitacharya for Lord Krishna once again. So Advaitacharya was born in Navagram. And as a little boy, he was very loved, he was very respected, and he was a very learned little young boy. He lost his parents at a young age, and he went to Gaya to perform the last rites. And thereafter, after performing the last rites, he went to many places on pilgrimage. And one of the places that he went to was Vrindavan. And he sat at the bank of the Yamuna River, and he prayed, and he chanted, and he absorbed his mind in Lord Krishna. And he cried for Lord Krishna. And something very amazing happened. The Sampada Murti of our Sampradaya appeared to Advaitacharya. That Murti is actually Madan Gopal, which is actually the Madan Mohan deity that is in Vrindavan. That deity was revealed to Sri Advaitacharya. And the Madan Mohan temple is actually the first temple that was built in Vrindavan. So that deity was revealed to Sri Advaitacharya. So after that, Sri Advaitacharya went to Shantipur. And there, being Mahavishnu, he could see into the future. And he could see everything that was coming, all the negative things that was coming in Kali Yuga. He could see the wars, he could see the murders, he could see the fights, he could see the way people are going to become. And it hurt him, and it pained him. As we were saying, Krishna consciousness is a heartfelt process. Krishna consciousness is about compassion, compassion for all living entities. So why wouldn't Sri Advaitacharya's heart be full of compassion to see what human beings are going to go through? So he was so sad about this. It pained his heart that he sat at the Ganges and he offered Ganga water and Tulsi Manjari, and he prayed, and he cried, and he shouted, not from his lips but from his heart. He shouted to Lord Krishna to appear. He prayed, he cried, and he did that for days and days and days and days. And that is how Lord Krishna appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it is by the mercy of Sri Advaitacharya that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually appeared. So Advaitacharya stayed in Shantipur. He was really, very learned. He was an acharya, he was a teacher. So he taught Bhagavad Gita, he taught Srimad Bhagavatam. He was very, very, very learned. And Madhavendra Puri Prabhu came to Shantipur just to see Advaita Acharya. And one of the qualities of devotees is to always want to talk about Lord Krishna. So they spent all their time chanting and speaking of Lord Krishna's pastimes. And Shri Advaita Acharya took initiation from Madhavendra Puri. And Shri Advaita Acharya was the leader of the Brahmin community. So he was very respected, he was very honored, he was very learned. And when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Shri Advaita Acharya's home, he served him with so much of love and so much of sincerity and so much of dedication. The Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita describes all these pastimes so beautifully. So if you have the set at home, maybe on this very auspicious day, take the time to maybe refresh your memories and start reading these pastimes again. Or if you don't have the set of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is available at the temples and many devotees can assist you with getting these copies. So, Sri Advaita Acharya, by his mercy, as I said, that is how we have Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very, very merciful. He is the most merciful. Because he came here to spread his mercy to all of us. He came here to teach us Krishna consciousness. He came here to teach us to chant. He came here to spread the Sankirtan movement. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very, very merciful. And even more merciful than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Lord Nityananda. So I'll quickly tell you another story. Lord Nityananda was on the streets chanting the holy name. And he came across two irreverent drunk brothers. Their names are Jagai and Madai. They were actually born from a very good Brahmin family, but they developed bad habits and therefore they had become fallen. So they were drunk and they were on the streets, and when Lord Nityananda was chanting, they started to insult him. And they took an earthen pot and they flung it at Lord Nityananda, and it cut his forehead. And when Lord Chaitanya heard about this, he flew into a rage. He was so upset. How can they hurt my brother? How can they hurt Nityananda Prabhu like this? And he was ready to take his divine chakra and remove their heads. And Lord Nityananda begged Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to pardon them. He begged Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please forgive them. And Jagai and Madai actually became Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's disciple. So, what can we learn from that? That Lord Nityananda Prabhu's compassion converted two very fallen souls. And by the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even the most demonic people can be converted into Lord Krishna's disciple. So, Panchatattva is very, very merciful. And the mantra, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vyasadi Shri Gaurabhaktivinoda. We start that. We start our every round with this mantra. Are we doing it because we're bored? Are we doing it because there's no reason? There's a reason behind it. When we chant that mantra, we are pleading to Panchatattva for their mercy. We're pleading to them to help us in our spiritual path. We're pleading to them for their mercy for us to grow in Krishna consciousness. And that is why we say, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vyasadi, Shri Gaurabhaktivinoda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So my humble request to everybody today on this most auspicious day of Shri Advaita Acharya, seek their blessings. Seek the blessings of Panchatattva. Seek their blessings, take their mercy, because in these times of Kali Yuga, to chant, to chant, to serve, to practice Krishna consciousness comes with difficulty. So, in order for us to take Krishna consciousness seriously, we need Him. So, I will stop here. Thank you. I hope you all enjoyed the class. We do have some questions. Hare Krishna. We are practicing devotees who are always engaged in service and very seldom have time for families. So we often get remarks like charity begins at home. So families think we can serve others rather than help them. We can only do so much. How do we react in these situations? How do we make them understand in a very humble mood? So this is a dilemma. This is a problem that many of us devotees go through. How many of us experience this? Many of us have this problem where we have a balance family life, where we have family that are not devotees, and Krishna consciousness and our spiritual life takes up our time. Especially when we start to take spiritual life more seriously, then you find that on a daily basis, our day revolves around Krishna. On a weekend, we go into temple or we engaging in some sort of service. We have, like Madhurya Mataji Mahaprasad Prabhu has given us such a beautiful platform right here where we have food for life, we have Namahatta, we have programs, we have festivals. So very often our time is engaged in Krishna consciousness. So to answer this question, I'll answer it from my own personal point of view, because as I think even I have this predicament that I am in, where sometimes family wants some time of yours, and I very quickly remind myself that, as I use the example about the airplane, that yes, we have a mom, we have a dad, we have a mother and father that brought us into this world, but Lord Krishna is our eternal father. Srimati Radharani is our eternal mother. And therefore, we should always please Lord Krishna. And when we find that we put in a situation where family wants our time, then we should take that opportunity to engage them as well. Because if family members truly love you and care for you and want you to spend time with them, then regardless where you are, they'll be happy to spend time with you. So if you tell them, I would love to spend time with you, come to Namahatta, come to the temple, come for food for life, come to Ratha Yatra, let's spend time there. So in that way, we are also engaging them in devotional service. We're also giving them Krishna consciousness. So in a way, when we have this kind of problem, it's not necessarily a problem. It's an opportunity to give family members Krishna consciousness. Because if they're busy and they can't always make time for us, when they say that they're missing us and they need to spend time with us, then what better way to spend time with them than together in devotee association? There is one other aspect of this question though, where when family members say that we can serve others so easily, and why are we not rendering service onto them or helping them? That can be a bit tricky, because under what capacity do they want our help? Do they want Lakshmi from us? Do they want money? And if so, what are they doing with the money? Because even the help that we render can have a karmic reaction. It can be a chain. So if they're asking for money because they do not have food, for example, then cook prasad. Give them sanctified food. Give them food offered to Lord Krishna. If they need assistance with something in their home, like the door is broken and they want you to please come and help them because they don't have anybody, gladly go and do it. Fix their door and then chant with them. Fix their door and have kirtan with them. There is opportunity in everything that we do to engage in Krishna consciousness. So I hope that answers the question, where we can, in our own subtle ways, blend Krishna consciousness into everything that we offer to people. The next, I don't think the next one's a question. Hare Krishna, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Panchatattva sounds very much like Panchatattva. Punch. Just did that to Radhanath, Haribol. The moment I saw the play on words, I knew it was Rasaraj Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Another comment, thank you for the wonderful class. How do we sincerely and not artificially become humble? Okay, so humility comes from spiritual life. Because when you're on a material platform, somehow ego comes in. If you have that car, I want a better car. If you have that house, I need a better house. If you're wearing that jacket, I need a better jacket. Somehow, when we are in this material world, competition comes in, jealousy comes in, envy comes in. So how to inculcate humility in our character, how to embrace the concept of being humble? My advice would be to take your spiritual life more seriously. Because when we chant Lord Krishna's name, when we chant the Maha Mantra, it's not just a mechanical process that's happening. We're not just taking our breath and chanting. There is something that's also churning in our hearts. And when you have faith, and that's a very operative word in everything we do. Have faith in the Maha Mantra. And when you have faith, you will automatically see the changes that come into our lives. In our character, in our circumstances that surround us, in the challenges that we face, we'll actually see Lord Krishna's hands playing out in our life. So, even for all of us that are devotees, we are practicing every day to be humble. There's not a single devotee that can say or should say that they have practiced the art of being humble. Because as long as we are human beings, we are capable of making mistakes. As long as we are human beings, we should always know that Maya, being as strong as she is, can trap us. And therefore we chant the Maha Mantra, because we do not want Maya to control our lives. So in chanting the Maha Mantra, we remind ourselves our place. And our place is not here. This is not our place. We are all visiting here. This is just a journey. Our ultimate goal is to go back home, back to Godhead. So when we chant, we should always remember that we are just visitors here. And we chant knowing that we want to go back to Godhead. And if we want to please Krishna, then we have to be humble. Our spiritual grounding is to be humble. Are there any other questions or comments? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Madhurya Mataji. Thank you, Mahaprasad Prabhu, for giving me this opportunity. And I pray that each and every one of you take home something that, sorry for me to say something, that has an everlasting effect or impression on your mind.
Hare Krishna Gurus. Maybe it's the energy flowing from the Vaishnava day we had it. We call it Valentine's Day, we call it Vaishnava Day. It was Vasant Panchami. So Mataji said something earlier on So two key words. In our philosophy, there is always a need for somebody to speak and need for somebody to hear. So there's a secret word. She mentioned heart. Maybe you notice it? Correct. So the word heart can be broken up as H-E-A-R. To hear. And the letter T means tattva. So that is the significance of having the heart to hear tattva. And then Marjorie used the word love. It means to listen only to Vedanta, and the E is for? She used the word ego. But no, the word E stands for eager. Eagerness. We've got to have this eagerness to take association of devotees, and particularly why we have this presentation when someone is sitting on the Vyasa-san, because they are being empowered by the Guru Parva, and so when we hear Shravanam Kirtanam Swanam, I'm speaking in English, here enters your heart. And that is so significant because in the Vedanta, we understand that the soul is situated in the region of the heart. The soul has mind, intelligence, or spirit. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Auntie Mataji ki, Shri Prabhupada ki, Shri Gurudev ki, Guru Premanande.
Hari Bol. So now that I'm done with class, if I can just go back to being the MC again, I just have a few announcements to make. So I just have a few announcements to make. Sunday is Food for Life. And I'm hoping after today's class, if you all have not yet come for Food for Life or engaged in some sort of devotional service, maybe I will take this opportunity to come for Food for Life. It is a very nice service to engage in. There's a whole process that unfolds. There's cooking, there's packing, there's distributing, and Food for Life is one of the fundamental services that we render in Krishna consciousness. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, started Food for Life. And he was very heartfelt about having Food for Life and spreading prasad all over the world. So please engage in this Food for Life service. It is a very, very heartfelt feeling when you go out there and you're distributing food and you see how appreciative people are. Sometimes we take prasad for granted, but when you go out there to destitute areas and you see how people are so appreciative, it's once again, it's heartwarming. And as we said, Krishna consciousness is all about compassion. So, in speaking about Food for Life, I would like to give a very, very special thank you to Soni Prabhu and Cookie Mataji. Can we please give them a round of applause? Soni Prabhu, Cookie Mataji, and their sons, Vivian and Dinesh, have become part of our Namahatta for a long time now. And they're so heartfelt and they're so dedicated in all the service that they render and all the help that they provide for all the festivals, for all the programs, and when they come out for Food for Life. Whether it's a blistering hot day, whether it's hail, and I mean that literally, we've had hail when we have been doing Food for Life, whether it's hail, whether it's a thunderstorm, whether it's blistering hot, Soni Prabhu and Cookie Mataji are always there. They're always there wholeheartedly, giving their heart and soul to Lord Krishna. So thank you very much, Soni Prabhu. Thank you for everything that you're doing. And because you all are so heartfelt, I think it was Lord Krishna's arrangement that you all also have your wedding anniversary and Valentine's Day. So a very happy anniversary, 42 years, a very happy anniversary from all of us. And may you and Prabhu, may you see many, many more together. And may the love that you all share serve as a guiding light through all of life's trials and tribulations. And also, it was Ashwin Prabhu and Sue Mataji's wedding anniversary and Valentine's as well. So a very happy anniversary to Ashwin Prabhu and Sue Mataji for the 14th of February, which was Valentine's Day. So, if you remember, last year, August, we had a Bhagavad Gita seminar. And many of you all had taken part for that Bhagavad Gita seminar. His Grace Peter Krishna Das had conducted the seminar. It was here at our Mercy Namahatta venue. And at the time, at the end of the seminar, Prabhu had even passed out certificates to all the applicants. So now Prabhu is giving everyone the opportunity to come to the temple, to Sri Sri Radha Radhanath Temple of Understanding, that is the Hare Krishna Temple of Chatsworth, on Sunday. At the Sunday program, there is going to be a whole lot of certificates that are being awarded to devotees, to all the participants for different courses that will run through the year. So a humble request, if you took part for this Bhagavad Gita seminar, please do attend this program at the temple, because for one, you have the mercy of Srimati Radharani and Lord Krishna. You have all the devotees that are coming together. And it's also very motivating and inspiring when devotees or people that are attending the program that have not done these courses before, when they see people come in their numbers to collect certificates, it's quite motivating for them. It's inspiring for them to see, okay, wow, Mercy Namahatta had so many people that took part with this Bhagavad Gita seminar. So please do go over and collect your certificates. It's really a very nice opportunity. And once again, at our Namahatta, we have birthdays that we are celebrating. So if Madhurya Mataji can quickly arrange the table. So we actually have 4 birthdays today. We'll start with the 2 that are not here. Annie Mataji, many of you all know her, and Adele Mataji are not here today, but from all of us at Mercy Namahatta, we wish them a very happy birthday and may they progress in their spiritual life. So even though they're not here, give them a round of applause. Happy birthday. And to the 2 birthday boy and birthday girl that are here. So we have firstly George Prabhu that is here, that is celebrating his birthday today. George Prabhu, you can please come forward. George Prabhu is a wonderful devotee that attends our Namahatta very often. He has also provided a lot of sponsorships for our feeds and for our Namahattas. So we like to thank him for all the effort and support that he gives the Namahatta. And I'd also like to call Chandrika, also known as Rockstar. Chandrika Mataji, a very happy birthday to you from all of us. And Chandrika has also joined our Namahatta for a few months now. She's become such a valued team and core member. She has assisted us with Food for Life, with so many sponsorships. She's always so eager to offer her assistance. So to George Prabhu and Chandrika Mataji, a very, very happy birthday from all of us, and may you all grow in your Krishna consciousness and your spiritual life. Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna to you. Krishna Krishna to you. Hare Hare to you. Hare Josh Prabhu's Mataji to come forward, and Chandrika's mom, Jesse Mataji, to please come forward to feed them birthday cake. So I'm going to hand the mic over to our birthday boy and our birthday girl. So should we go ladies first?
Yes.
We'll give Josh Prabhu. Josh Prabhu, would you like to say a few words?
To all the devotees of Lord Krishna, Hare Krishna to all of you. It actually gives me great pleasure to be part of this organization, the Mercy Namahatta. I haven't been here for long, but in a short period of time that I've been here, I've actually got lots and lots of joy. So I think going forward, I will definitely be part and parcel of this organization.
You go, girl.
Hare Krishna, everybody. There is so much that I want to say, but I'm so nervous. You all know me to speak a lot, and I'm a loud person, but I promise you, put a mic in my hand, and I am literally frozen right now. But look, I joined this Namahatta a few months ago, and words cannot express how my journey has been or evolved since I have joined you all. And big thanks to Mahaprabhu, Prabhu, and Meera Mataji for everything that you guys do, and the exposure that I've got to go through, everything that I've learned with you guys, you, and your family. Thank you so much for being there on my journey. And look, the only way I can put it is, I could have been a million places right now, spending my birthday out there, but I chose to be here in your association. And I thank you all so much for this. Thank you. It's too much. No blowing up.
Cut the cake.
Oh, one night.
Peter.
Hari Hari Bol.
Haribo.
Hari Bol. So thank you, Chairman, for attending today's Namahatta program. And we look forward to seeing everybody at our next Namahatta. So for those of y'all that are here for the first time, we have Namahatta every alternate Friday. So the next Namahatta will be on the 1st of March. So it will not be next week Friday, it will be the following Friday, which is the 1st of March. We look forward to seeing everybody with us again at our next Namahatta. Thank you so much for coming, and we are all advanced in your Krishna consciousness and safe travels back home. And we'll now proceed to Aarti. Her Grace Subaja Mataji will perform Aarti, and Raksarash Prabhu, final Krishna. Okay, thank you very much. May we all rise. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Sorry, just one announcement. The song copies that were passed out, if you can please give it to Cookie Mataji or myself. We are taking the song copies back so that we can pass them out again at the next Namahatta. Please return the song copy. However, if you would like to take a photo of the song copies so that you can go home and perhaps learn the songs, please feel free to do that. You can take a copy with a picture of the song copy. Okay, thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Vaishnava